Hello comrades, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. Sorry about that. Last time we left off, I just had a nice conversation with this dead dwarf here. So, yeah. That was nice. So, let's check the journal real quick. So, I got the quest to travel to Nur, which is somewhere here. But before we do that, we have a lot of places we can visit here, which we still did not visit. So we will do that first.
17 and a half.
Okay. Does he want to talk to me again? The smell of pipe smoke, at once earthy and sweet, wins its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with straw-colored hair leaning against the mossy rock wall, his pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with peculiar smirk.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
I'm sorry?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
What are you talking about?
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted anyway.
Eloth France. Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Adair. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman? He looks at you a moment, his brow arched. His smirk broadens.
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
The clever answer is very funny, but what's it to you? You have to forgive my curiosity. Around here we prefer to turn a blind eye to our dead. Do you know what a watcher is?
Careful, friend. Best not use that word round here. Could be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
What's that supposed to mean? Hey, don't blame me. I don't have a say. You can take my word for that.
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
The war? Saints' War. Only one in my lifetime. Fellow decides he's the living incarnation of Eothas. Overthrows Reatzeris, marches on Deerwood, so we gave him a Deerwooden hello. What's a Deerwooden hello?
We blew him up.
He smiles at this, but it's the smile of one recounting a joke for effect rather than enjoyment. Who's Eothas? God of rebirth and redemption? Formally, anyhow. Maybe they call him something different where you're from. I had other questions. I got time. Why was your headman hanged? Got involved. Redrick sent men down here the other day. Said they had it on good authority. Someone in town was working with Colch, plotting Redrick's overthrow. Whoever that guy is. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. They took him at his word. He sighs and shakes his head, his eyes fixed on the tree. Bound to happen sooner or later, if not for plotting against Riedrich, then for protecting me. What does your town have against you?
Pick the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Eothas worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Eothas. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Eothas isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Eothas. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Eothas worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
Eothas glances at you and lowers his voice. You can see why I was eager to leave. Sorry about my cough, actually. I don't know. I have it in my throat for like the last 24 hours. Who's Kolsch? Someone got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Probably will be till they catch him. If you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? He gives a half smile. Drinking, mostly. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Waitwin's legacy started with Waitwin. Oh, okay. We could travel together. Where you headed? Some place called Kalt Nur. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But, truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason, if I ever heard one.
All right, then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Okay, let's get going. Okay. New character. Let's check him out. So he's a fighter. He has a special armor. Constant recovery. Okay. Passive fighting spirit. Okay, that's the human one. I do have the same, I think. Knockdown. Okay, he can knock down people. He's a fighter. So basically, nice. Probably my tank. And he should probably get the minor cloak of protection then, if he is my tank. Right? Right. Here, his defenses are higher than mine, way higher than mine. Just put this cloak on for style or something. There we go. Okay, great. Oh, we have to set up... Oh, let's do a custom formation. Yeah, something like that. There we go. Okay, where to go next? So, I just recruited two guys. Idea. There's the accent on the E. Idea and Eothas. So, I can go... Oh, pretty dark in here. Functions the way as I remembered in Baldur's Gate. Let's check out the temple here, because I can go down here. There we go. Loading times are pretty slow in my machine because I lack a little bit of RAM, I think. Oh, there's a guy lying around. Please help me here. A man lies resting against the wall, lit by the dim illumination of the fading sconces? Sorry. He has a gaunt, fox-like aspect, and his face is pale and damp with sweat. One arm is held loosely against his side, sleeve soaked with blood. He gives you an anxious glance as you near, his features twisted with pain. Have a care if you mean to go in. He casts a quick look toward the doorway to his left. This place is not so empty as I thought. He angles a look up at Edea. Paying your respects, Ethosian? He manages a pained grin. Little risky, isn't it? Think what the townsfolk would say. Safer down here than up there, even with the rats as big as they are. A faint edge of hostility belies Edea's playful tone. This temple isn't what it used to be, probably for the best, times being as they are. He groans and shifts position, wincing. I'm no looter, if that's what you're thinking. Not one of his types either. Well. Wharton jerks his chin towards Edea. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up for it. He regards you rarely. Maybe you'd have better luck. Better luck with what? The man points a finger upwards. These ruins around us used to be a temple of Eothas, the scattered god. A grand temple at that. Its worshippers would come from all over the Deerwood, from Riet Saras even. Not so much from Riet Saras these days. Until the war, of course. Even then, you'd get some of the stubborn ones, the ones that couldn't get it through their heads that their god was dead and gone. Okay. Lord Riedrick allowed them to worship? Lord Riedrick would clear out the place from time to time, make arrests. It wasn't until the legacy that he started losing patience. He sent his guards in to put the priest to the sword, bring the place down, burn some of the book, and that was that. He looks away. What's this legacy? Didn't the magistrate tell you? Deerwood's being punished for killing Eothas. Or for not killing his followers too, depending on which idiot you believe. Either case, you don't see too many children around here born right. They come out and they don't cry, and then they don't look at their mothers. Got no soul in them to give it a personality. They just breathe. Written eyes Edea wearily, as the man says. The thinking is its waitsman having a last laugh. Strikes me as a little petty, even for a dead god. He smiles thinly. But Lord Riedrick believes it. That's all that matters. Go on. Once the legacy started, Lord Riedrick decided he'd been too lenient on the Ethosians. He had his people go in and put them to the sword. Left them down there, buried, under a heap of rock. After that, Riedrick ordered the temple sealed. It's been years like that, up until recently. Lord Riedrick hopes that if we rededicate the temple to a living god, then we'll be forgiven. And the legacy will end. See? He smiles wryly. But until then, the temple is, as you see it, unguarded. That's where you come in. Wharton licks his lips. Those priests, maybe they didn't have a lick of sense between them, but they still didn't deserve to go like that. Chopped down in their god's house. It doesn't sit right with me. If you can go down there, find their remains, maybe we can finally give them a proper burial. Wharton breathes out. No small task. There's coin in it for you, if you need motivating. Eloth's cautious expression softens. A pleasant surprise to see that someone around here has a shred of respect for the dead. I'll take it you aren't supposed to be in here. Wharton laughs bleakly. Well, I meant to be in and out, nice and quick. I'm not hurting anyone. It's just Lord Riedrick's forbidden anyone having anything to do with this scattered god. It would be a little harder to explain to him than you. It's a good cause, though, isn't it? And you could make some coin in the process. Wait, you want me to bring you some skeletons? I'd bury them where they are if I could. I know it's a little macabre, But if we don't get them out now, Riedrik's liable to destroy whatever's left of them. I have some questions first. Yes. Why can't you do this yourself? Well, I tried. Only got a short ways in before I got in over my head. Weirton grimaces. I haven't raised the blade in a long time. Turns out it isn't something you can just pick up again. But you look like you can handle yourself. Who are you, anyway? Weirton offers you a weak grin. Name's Weirton. I've lived in Gilded Vale long enough to remember how grand it is. It used to be. He shrugs and looks away. I used to help the temple sometimes, bring supplies, that's all. Won't Lord Riedrik mind us digging around down there? I wouldn't go telling him about it. Lingering in these places, it's no good for anyone. But you do this quick and quiet, and we can do right by those priests without raising a fuss. What's this legacy? Oh, right. I already knew that. Any chance there's something down there worth a little more than some old bones? Weirton looks around. Probably. Nobody's been through the place since it was sealed up. Well, apart from me, and I didn't touch anything. Any valuables in there, you get first crack at them. I only ask that you do this favor for me while you're at it. Okay. Yeah, I'll find them. Then by the flame, I owe you a good turn. But listen, the temple's been sealed off for so long, it's crawling with creatures. But if you get past them, the priests would have been down in the lower floor. They'll be there still, if they're anywhere. Those priests had all kinds of secret chambers, switches in the walls, tricks, sconces, that kind of thing. Keep an eye out, and take care down there. I wouldn't want to have to send someone else after your remains. I'll wait here by the stairs and keep a lookout. Maybe try to patch myself up some. Okay, a new quest. Search the temple. So, shall I do this now? Why not, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Let's try it. Okay, there's a door. Okay, there's something. Oh,
I'll see what I can find.
what is this? Will-o-wisp. No clue what it does.
Hey,
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Let's try to... I'm pretty sure... Do I have something that is against will? Fortitude. The name suggests to me that they have pretty high will defense. So let's get them...
aye?
What can I do with them? Some magic missiles.
Lavaru beyond seek.
Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. What did he do? Ah, okay, he confused Adair. Which is not good.
Yes.
And you will use your Arcane Assault, which is an AoE.
Huh?
I still have a little damage I can do. Okay. And the second one is prone. There we go.
Yeah.
Adair is back at it.
Aye?
You will attack this guy. Use your ability. It's an encounter
Aye.
ability, I think. Yeah, 2 per counter, so I can freely use it.
Huh?
Wait. Okay, he still has 2 weapons. It looked like he only has 1 weapon.
Hey,
Okay, let's kick him prone, because that is an encounter. Yes, it's also encounter.
almost.
Tyrion. My cats are getting into playing as well as my bearded dragon, so... Okay, so that was a pretty easy fight. Didn't expect them to confuse me,
Right.
though.
Huh?
spirit residue. Okay. This parchment is well and tattered, and the ink upon its faded. In this time of hardship, must have just as much faith in ourselves. Okay, that's some kind of preaching room. And Adra, crystalline structure. Take all and the money. There's the next room. Oh, that's a spider. 2 spiders. 3 spiders. Okay. I'll probably...
Most!
Oops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Binding whip. For... Oh,
Hey,
not that long.
How may I help?
not to alarm. Hey,
Yeah.
Okay, did he cast blinding? Oh, he did. Then let's get the crushing... There we go.
I?
You attack this guy,
hey.
and you kick down this guy.
But I'm not to alarm, boy. But I'm...
Yes?
Hey,
Okay, he's tanking these two, and this guy has to die because I'm
slowly dying of poison.
poisoned.
I?
I only have 2 more casts left. What's this? 4 AoE drains 10 burn damage as endurance. Okay.
Not to alarm you, but I'm slowly dying of poison.
Okay, cool.
I?
Or not cool. Okay, they're dead. And last one.
Not to alarm you, but I'm slowly dying of poison.
Okay, there we go.
Right.
Re-kick them. What is this? Spider venom sac. Okay.
Keeping
let's
an eye out.
switch to stealth mode. Oh, I leveled up. Okay. Sorry, excuse me for a second. Okay, sorry, had to cough. Yeah, okay. Let's get mechanics up a level, and lore, and athletics. And, level 2 powers, so let's check those. Recall agony, causes the target to relieve the physical trauma of an injury moments after receiving it, experiencing the damage all over again. 30% of all damage reapplied. Okay. So basically it's a slow dot. Psycho Vampiric Shield. Oh, I have 2 I can get, and I can get level 1s if I want. There we go. What is the Psycho Vampiric Shield? The Psycho uses the target's strength of mind against it, stealing a portion of its resolve in order to better deflect incoming attacks. Drains 10 resolve for 10 deflection, so it increases my deflection defense. Phantom foes. Leaving them flanked for the duration. Flanked reduces deflection 10. It's an AoE. That is nice. I like that. Mind Blades. Blades co-opts the target's essence, generating a slashing blade of force that attacks them before leaping to up to 5 additional targets. So I target 1, gets slash damage against deflection, and it jumps to 5 additional targets. That is insane, is it? Mental Binding. Awareness the target's mental ability to communicate with its own body. So this is a stun paralyzing ability. And Amplified Thrust is affecting allied target, and it jumps to 1 enemy target for a lot of pierce damage and pushes it back. I think I will go for Mental Binding, SCC, and Mind Blades as a damage spell. There we go, no new talents. Done.